My name is Brian Inge. I'm the assistant varsity basketball coach at Bishop Mcnamara High School, part of the DC Blues AAU organization, and also do events, the events director, DNBB.
Blake Bozeman, founder of the Pivot Group. I'm here with my boy B. Inge, discussing the Sports and Business Career Transitioning Symposium.
Sports really has changed, to me, society, because it's been an example of, hey, those two guys can hang along. The Rat Pack, those guys are all together. Hey, Charles and these guys are all together. I really think young kids take from those lessons. I really do.
My name is Brian Inge. To my right is my fellow moderator, Blake Bozeman. It's probably something that both of us were thinking about individually. Something that's probably been on both of our minds. I know for me, I have been thinking of something, any way for me to challenge myself to do more, to make a lasting impact.
If you come out of school without any student loans and you get yourself a job, absolutely nothing wrong with that. With Brian doing the events, and myself with the Pivot Group, and my focus, that headline, diversifying professional possibilities for athletes, you know, just that conversion of ideas and experience, you know, out of that was born, you know, the symposium.
Don't be overshadowed by your own skin. Don't.
The symposium, or the panel, I should say, to be the way that we deliver the message to the community, is because I think oftentimes seeing is believing for many of us. So to see, you know, a young black woman, you know, as a successful entrepreneur, successful CEO of her own business, to see, you know, a young black man, you know, start a law firm and be successful, to pass the bar and to do these great things, to see, you know, a black man in his 30s or 40s, you know, start a business, run a business successfully, grow it into multi-millions in the finance industry, to see, you know, a guy like Keith from humble beginnings, you know, play out his basketball career like many of us. These things are relatable. And to see him, you know, transfer that energy from being, you know, just a hooper to giving back to the community, going on the business side of the NBA and managing players and dealing with players, and, you know, his insight through, you know, the 15, 20 plus years of him doing it. These things are things that the kids in our area can relate to, and, you know, can inspire, you know, a change or plant a seed in them to say, okay, well, you know, I now see people that look just like me, people that come from the same background that I come from, succeed in different areas. And okay, you know, I might have a little bit of belief that I can do the same things as well.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot, actually. And it was so much to take in, kind of recollecting on it now. I learned about Title IX from the lady on this panel. She was telling us about how originally females weren't allowed to compete, and so she just made a way for herself.
Great time, man. It was like a mentor. All of them were mentors. I believe every single one of them that, like my fathers. Like, and the women up there, the two women, I feel like they're my mom. I just believe them, everything they said. It doesn't have to be just making the NBA. It could be the GM, the agent, or anything like that.
Well, I'm Denise Harrington, and I have a company, DMH Consulting Group, and I work with executives and sports figures to help them communicate more effectively. Well, I think because of the cross-cultural and the cross-experience of the panel, they were able to see a variety of ways to be in sports and have a career. Because it's really important for athletes, male or female, to understand that their chances, though their parents and even they are very, very strong at succeeding and making it to the highest pinnacle of their sport, the chances of an injury, the chances of not making it there are also great. So it's always good to expand your awareness around what you can do in sports and still be successful at it. And I think that that's what happened today, is that they got a variety of ways to see success in the sports industry.
Oftentimes, it ironically is our parents as young players that don't understand the bigger picture. They want us to be a top-ranked player in the area. They're not satisfied with our low D1 or our D2, scholarship offer.
Want to know what it takes to be a professional athlete? All right, ask someone who's had 4 or 5 of them. You need that information. He can tell you what a pro athlete looks like, what he walks like, what his posture looks like.
Believe in you. You want to do something, then you gotta give it your effort. Most importantly, you gotta give it to God. That's a really hard thing, because as a young person, you're like, what am I giving? What am I giving? But it's like you just gotta let go and just do the best you can. I always tell my guys that are close to make the NBA but don't make it, what if your goal is to make the NBA, but God's goal is for you to do something else? And my wife can attest to this. I thought I was an NBA player. Matter of fact, I know I was an NBA player, but God didn't have that for me.
No, everyone's not going to be a professional athlete, but like the knowledge you can get and just any gems or jewels you can get, it's priceless. That's all we're trying to do, is just get the light bulb to go off in just one person's head.
A lot of times we as young black men and women, we have dreams, but but a dream without any action, or a dream or goal without any action, is just a dream. So when you have a dream or something, how did you all manifest that dream into a business, into getting into the corporate world, into just manifestation? So
again, I think what you've heard from some of the panelists is, don't make money the first thing. Make the process what you focus in on. That means you have to entertain losing. And when you entertain both, you cannot perform at an optimal level. So just focus in on doing your best in that process.
Hi, I'm Daryl Davis, CEO of the Parrish Group. Today's discussion or symposium on careers in sports and business is very critical to the development of young people and their work ethic towards their goals. The conversation was very focused in on different industries or different professionals who served on the panel that all had some type of background dealing with sports. More importantly though, none of us are professional athletes currently. We are working in the business world, whether that be in corporate America. There was a panelist from Under Armour, or entrepreneurs such as Enrico, who is an attorney and has his own law practice. So passing along information of how we became successful and how we utilize the sports platform to get to where we are today is very critical information to pass along to the next generation to help shape the path that they take for their success. One thing that I would give as a piece of advice to strengthen the next generation is to have a all or nothing approach. One thing that my father taught me at an early age was you can't steal second base with your foot on first. So if you are going to take a chance, or you want to pursue a goal or pursue your dream, you do it wholeheartedly, you do it with full force. You do not hesitate, you do not have tapered expectations. You go all in, or you don't do it at all. So that is very important gem to me to pass along to the next generation, because it teaches about how to approach an opportunity. And I think all too often those opportunities are approached with half hearts, half steps, not an all-in approach.
There was a kid that was sitting in about the 5th or 6th row. He was sitting in about the 5th or 6th row when he first entered the room. And gradually, as the discussion progressed, at some point, I noticed him get up out of his seat in the 5th or 6th row, and he actually moved up to the very first row, to the front row. And I noticed it. I noticed it. And I was like, wow, wow. And for me, even just that alone, that's always going to resonate with me. That's always going to stick with me.
More than one way to make money, and that you don't always have to go pros, that there's other ways that you can become a professional and be good at what you do. What I took away from it was that you don't always have to do what somebody else has for you. Like, God has another plan for you, and you'll be able to make it. Just gotta trust the process and do what you do to be successful.
I thoroughly enjoyed the symposium and the panelists and what you had. Just for them talking about their struggles in corporate America and high school, and just their transition from CEOs and businesses and things of that nature in today's community and in the school system. I think this is something very much so needed for the young children today, or the young adults coming into manhood.
for us to be open and honest as much as possibly as we can with the children about the things that we actually experience in everyday corporate America in our careers and things of that nature. Was a lot of nuggets passed on, and when opportunity is presented for destiny, how you should be prepared and preparing yourself so when those intersections come that you're readily able to take advantage of all the situations, of all the opportunities that are given.
I think, one of the other takeaways was something along the lines of setting a goal, planning for that goal, and then executing your plan for that goal. Even, things, that small, we hear those sorts of things from our parents, but to hear it from someone else, sometimes it's hard. We're getting so many messages from our parents, but to hear it from someone else that is successful as well, and someone who, like Enrico, played college ball himself.
As I rise higher and higher in my profession, I realize that the people that are curious about things are the people that are successful. And the people that don't have any curiosity tend not to be motivated academically. They just do what they have to do to get by, and then they're wondering why they have a college degree and they can't find a job.
So we're trying to do something to push our culture, to push our culture further. And the only way we can do that is to continue to try to do the right things, and doing what we've been doing is trying to be positive role models.
Don't be afraid to go and approach those white folks who are out there and they have keys. Like they're doing it, they're helping each other out every single day. I see it in the building. People get promoted. Like people got promoted last year, and I was just like, dude, like what is going on? You gotta approach it the same way. Like don't look at that, man. Yes, be aware of it, but it does not hold you back. You got the same keys that they do, the same access. Go use it.
Young adult or as a teenager and bet my whole life on basketball and say, all right, I'm going to disregard socializing with other people. I'm going to disregard, my academics. I'm going to disregard
how my money works.
Majoring in something significant because I'm placing my entire bet. I'm placing all my chips, all my finances on one bet. It's just not, it's not a practical thing to do.
Pro level, that's about making money. When we're talking about what you guys are doing with, the high school level or college, yeah, it's a bit of a business as well, but, a parent really, their job should be to, kind of focus, what are the life lessons?
All right, I think today was very important to broaden the horizons of, just the way you think about what sport is and using it to your advantage. It's kind of like one of my favorite lines in the Spike Lee movie, and He Got Game, was, use basketball as a tool. So if you can use basketball as one of those things that propels you to any direction you want to go, whether it's playing overseas, whether it's working overseas, with basketball or coaching, anything on the business side, there's so many different options. And I think just seeing all of the different options that were in front of the students today, it just helps give them a broader perspective.
Speakers were amazing. I love all y'all. Y'all made a lasting impression on me, and I know me feeling that giddy feeling inside. I know everyone else felt the same thing, so I definitely want to say thank you to every single one of you guys and women. You guys were amazing. I appreciate you, and I hope I wish you all the best and continue to be you, because being you is pretty good.
I say thank you to Keith Williams, Denise Harrington, Justin Brown, Enrico McCleary II, Monique Lewis, and Daryl Davis. I thank in particular everyone that helped us in any way, whether that was a donation, not only of your funds, but a donation of your time to help put this together. Right. That's gonna be my caption. That's gonna be my caption. Post Title IX.
Yeah, post-Title.
I'm pre-Title IX.
We try to get us all to get there before we 45. That's all. Get there while you're 25 instead of 45, and you can be ahead of the game. That's really what it's about. Both preaching the same message, but sometimes you gotta infuse the vegetables through rap music. We got some stuff coming. We got the mixtape coming out, bro. We got some hidden
Top
treasures.
of 18. We got some
Top
the mixtape.
We got some hidden treasures, some hidden gems.